Hey everybody, welcome to another class here at Shiage Do Martial Arts. Today's Thursday, so we're going to be going over some lower body basics, some bunkai, and some self-defense for you. So we're going to start with a nice warm-up with these lower body basics. So what we're going to do is put in a nice high stance. Your feet are shoulder width, shoulder width apart to the inside of your shoulders, and parallel. And we'll get going. We're just going to do the kick ones today. So I know there's a lot of lower body basics that aren't kicks, but we're just going to jump right in. So lower body basic number 4 is front kick. And if you remember from yesterday, that's Mai-geri. So everybody say it. Mai-geri. So nice and easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. With ki. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Good. Switch back. Number 5 is 45-degree blade kicks. You're going to pick your knee up high, kick out to the corner, bring it up in, and set it down. Up, out, in, and back. And again, from yesterday is Sokuto Geri. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. With ki-eyes. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Good. Scooching back. Number 6 is crossover heel stomp. So you want to get that knee really high so you can kick down onto somebody's knee. Okay? I got to get my knee way up here so my foot can kick down on the knee. Okay? Nice and slow. This one's called Fumi Kumi in Japanese. So Fumi Kumi. Crossover heel stomp. Fumi Kumi. 3 and 4. With ki-eyes. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Good. Scooch back. Number 7 is to the side. It's side kick. Yoko Geri. So knee up in front, kick out to the side, bring it back in, and set it down. Up, out, in, and down. 3 and 4. With some power. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Good. Number 8. Front kick from cat stance. Mai-geri no Niko Achitachi. So we're going to turn our foot to the side. I'm going to put my hands up in a guard. I'm going to do a front kick. And set back to the front. So I look to the other side. Step out. Cat. Front kick. Set back to the front. Ready? 3 and 4. With ki-eyes. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Good. Scooching back. Number 9 is going to be squat kick. Squat kick. Japanese word is otoshi geri. Okay, squat kick. So I'm going to twist out to the side, kick, and then twist back. Ready? Kick, set, twist. So I'm punches coming in or kicks coming in. I'm dodging out of the way. I'm doing my kick, stepping out of the way the next one. Doing my kick. Okay? With some power. So step, ich, ni, san. Shi. Good. Number 10 is heel push kick. Kakato Geri. Pushing with my heel. Okay? Kakato means heel. Just like Sokuto means blade. Kakato means heel. So it's going to be up, push, in, back. Up, push in, back. Ready? 3 and 4. Good. With some power. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi. Very good. After that is knee smash. Number 11 is knee smash or hizagiri. So it's going to hands out, foot back, knee smash. Foot back, knee smash. Ready? 3 and 4. Good. With some power. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi. Good. Now stay forward, because number 12 is back kick, or Ushiro Gari. So look over your shoulder, bring your knee up, kick straight back, bring it back in, set it down. So look, up, kick, up, down. Look, up, kick, up, down. Last one, kick, up, down, with key eyes. Ready? Ich, ni, san, and shi. Good. Make sure your legs are nice and shook out, ready to go. We're going to jump into some bunkai. So, Kusanku is our blue belt kata. But the bunkai and stuff for it kind of gives you an idea of why we're doing what we're doing. And if you've never done the kata before, it kind of makes the whole thing make a little bit more sense. So I'm going to jump right into it. So, Kusanku. Yasumi, Kyotsuke, Rin, Hashime. So, Kusanku kata is fought at night. It's a night fight kata. So when we start, there's a couple theatrical reasons that you could explain this away. But basically what's happening is I'm peeking through the grass or like a curtain of Japanese shops. A lot of times they'll have like a 3/4 curtain instead of a front door. So you just kind of walk in through the curtain. So you could be doing one of either. So you're either peeking through the curtain or peeking through the grass, coming up into a guard. You're looking around, listening for different sounds. I'm blacking out. It's like a full moon, so I'm kind of blacking the moonlight, trying to look around and see what I see. Somebody comes in for a punch. So what's going to happen is I'm going to block and dodge. Okay, somebody comes in for a punch again. So it's block and dodge. So they're doing punch. So I'm going block, dodge. Just like lower body basic number 9, just like Wansu kata. I'm dodging the second one and throwing the punch. I think I hear another punch coming, so I block, but I don't see anything. But I hear somebody coming this way, so I draw back quick. Somebody's coming in quick, so I'm going to quick hit them. Front kick and a back fist at the same time. Basically, I'm hitting them in the stomach. That's causing them to move forward into range of my back fist, because if you notice, I can't reach as far. But when I kick them in the stomach, they're going to go, huh! And that back fist works out well. In a traditional bunkai sense, it's going to go kick back fist, because they're going to go kick back fist. But in the kata, we do it at the same time. So we do double, look, so we're guard. So I'm looking and listening. I'm waiting for this guy. There's a guy in front of me and I see him coming. All right, so I'm just waiting for him. He comes in with a straight punch. I'm going to pop it up and punch. Okay, you guys have seen me do that in self-defense a couple times. Just pop, punch, real quick. I'm popping it over my shoulder as I shuffle in. If I were doing this in a true self-defense, I'd be stepping off to the side here to get it to dodge. But if I don't have that option, I'm going to just pop it up over my shoulder as I shuffle into punch. To the back, I kind of chase somebody down, so I punch them. They go to step back, or they like tripping and falling. So I lean in quick, take a big step to finish them off. This guy in front of me is throwing a punch at my face. So what I want to do is kind of rotate in and through. I'm going to block the punch as I slide in and stay in a good stance here to do a shudo right to the side of his head, or to his neck. So it's block, strike, I'm going to kick him to finish him off. I hear this guy, he's swinging a bow. So I dodge under the bow, and I block his front kick, stand up and punch him. Same thing. He goes to punch me again, so I take a big swing, chop him in the throat, front kick him. I think I hear another bow. I side block, stand up, punch this guy. It wasn't actually a bow. I look, draw back here. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do that front kick, back fist. As he starts coming back forward, I'm going to elbow him in the groin. Look, draw back, double, step in, elbow to the groin. I look over here. So I'm going to be parting the grass. I'm just kind of sifting through, looking through this guard, a big guard here. I hear this guy coming in front of me with a bow. He comes in with like a stab, either a stab to my face or a punch to my face, so I block it. If it's a bow, I'm going to clear it into the guy in front of me, which is kind of fun. So think of it this way. If this is a bow coming at my face, right? So I block it here, and I'm just going to whip it at the guy in front of me to hit him in his face. If it's a punch, I'm not doing the same thing, right? If it's a punch, it's just a catch, right? And knock it out of the way. I clear it from me while I'm dealing with this guy. If it's a bow, I'm actually throwing it at this other guy. Block, strike, kick. Now this guy kind of blocks my kick, so he doesn't do the same thing. So I'm going to step off to the side. He tries to kick me, so I'm going to hammer fist the shin when he's kicking and hammer fist his quad. He comes in to punch. I side block, punch, punch. That guy is pretty much done. I look over my shoulder. I see this guy. So he's coming at me. This move has a couple different versions to it. The one that I like the best, the one that I think about while I'm doing the kata, is they come in. I back fist to try to keep him back and away from me. He kind of like, not necessarily stumbles back, but kind of like takes a step back because he sees where my range is. And what I'm going to do is come up and do a basically crescent kick to the side of his face. And come in and attack him that way. So what I'm doing is coming in and kicking through the side of his head. It's meant basically as like a slap to the face, except I'm doing it with my foot. And what that's doing is more giving me some distance this way, because there's a guy over here, and I'm concerned he has a bow. I can't see very well, this kata's at night, but I'm thinking that this guy up front has a bow, so that's what I'm worried about. So I get him to get away from me. He starts to come back in, so I kick him in the face as I step around. As he starts to come around, and I come back over here, checking around to see what's got, if there's a bow or not. This guy's here, he throws a punch, I side block it, punch him twice. Now this guy is up front again, so I'm here, big guard, ready to go. He comes to punch me or stab at me with his bow. I'm going to push it off to the side if it's a bow. I'm going to push it down if it's a kick. Step in, stab him in the solar plex or the belly button, the navel. Spin around, down block, doubles, and then smash this guy with my elbow. I see this guy over here, he's throwing 2 punches. So I'm going to turn my body first as I block, step in step in Seisan, tie him up and push him away. Now I see this guy here, so this is going to be like my Bunkai out of Shinto, where I'm going to step in. I've got this guy tied up, but now I'm going to basically step into a horse stance to kick his leg out from under him and trip him over that leg with my block as this guy's coming in to kick me. I can either, like in Shinto, kick through, and that's why I'm stopping here, or I just basically stop close, hammer fist to his inside, lower ribs. 1, 2. He tries to punch, I block. I'm not concerned about this, so I can either pull him as I'm turning, right? So if I'm if he throws his punch at me, I can either grab to twist and step over, which will cause him to basically either break his wrist or fall on the ground. That's the choice he's making. So I block the throw. I draw back, and I kind of have to jump over this guy now, which is why I'm trying to go to this guy in the corner. So I jump over the guy I just threw. Here, X block. Now this guy to the back, side block, punch, punch. He's done. I step to the front. There's nobody else around me, so I finish the kata. Kusanku has a couple bunkai in it that are easily changed. You can modify the kata a little bit and turn it into something else without too much challenge. This X block strike could just be that, or it could be, you know, just what I'm saying, that there's a bow coming in here, I'm blocking it and basically whipping it at this guy's face, distracting him at the very least, or hopefully hitting him with it, depending on how good this guy's control is. So I come across here before this, right? Or it could just be a punch. I'm doing the punch, and then I'm coming up and I see this guy, you know, up front. So some of these things have a couple different versions to them. This is the one closest to how I think that the kata would work. But understand that, you know, bunkai can easily be changed based on how people are doing the moves. And my bunkai might be a little different from a different school. But I try to keep my stuff as close as I can. Sensei Seer gave me a lot of her stuff. And I try to keep the stuff that I got from Sensei's Kaiser as close to in line with the stuff that I get from Sensei Seer as possible. You know, I'm always asking those questions. So that's how, when I do the kata, that's how I get it. So if you know Kusanku, do that a few times, because that bunkai might actually help you figure out, okay, I really have to step in here. You know, I have to step this way here because this is where this person is. Oh, it makes sense that I'm doing a jump double front kick because I have to jump over this guy on the ground. You know, that kind of stuff. So the different connotations there might help figure out your kata a little bit better. We're going to do some self-defense, and that'll be it for the day. All right, so stick with us, and I'll be right back. Okay, so today we're going to do some self-defense, right? And we're going to start off nice and easy with some punches to the face. So the first one is going to be the easiest one. When this punch comes in, all I'm going to do is across my body, come up with a forearm block. I'm going to roll right off of that and do a back fist. Now when I do my forearm block, I'm going to come across with the whole arm. I'm going to keep it nice and square with my shoulders. So I'm going to turn my shoulders with it. So it comes across and back fist. Okay? Now if somebody's a lot taller than you, so if you're like doing this with a parent and you can't quite reach their head, what you're going to do instead is go for their ribs. All right? Go for the target that's going to do the most damage that you can actually reach. Okay? Practice that one back and forth a couple times. I'll give you another one here in a minute. The next one we're going to do is, instead of coming to the inside when that punch comes out, I'm going to come to the outside. So I'm going to come to the outside here. Now when I'm doing this, I'm going to pivot on my front foot, just like in Shinto Kata. I'm going to pivot back and finish off with a punch right to the floating rib. Okay, so when the punch comes in, it's a roll block as I turn my heel, punch, and it comes in quick. Roll, punch. Okay? My target's going to be the floating rib, all right? So that bottom rib is where I want to be doing my punch to. If they're shorter than you, right? So if they're taller than you, you can always punch up higher. If they're shorter than you, that punch goes up to the armpit. And what that's going to do is if you punch up here, you're going to break the top ribs instead, which are also pretty sensitive. If they're about the same height as you or within a foot or so, chances are you can reach the lower ribs without any issue. Aim for those first. So practice that one back and forth a couple times. I got one last one for you when we come back. So the last one we're going to do is right out of Kusanku. When this punch comes into my face, I'm going to pop up at the elbow as I shuffle in past. So I want to shuffle in at an angle, okay? So I'm kind of coming, when she punches here, I'm stepping this way. The whole purpose of this is, my goal is, I don't need to block when I do this. If she's punching my face, when I stop, she's missing, all right? And that's what I want. But I'm going to give myself a little bit of insurance with this pop up here. It also makes it so it's slower for her to bring her arm back down to a guard and I'm going to do my punch. So it's just going to be pop, punch, and when she punches, one more time, pop, punch. Okay? Practice that one back and forth a couple times. Do it on both sides. Do all of these on both sides. All right? When you're all set, we'll come back with something else. Okay, so that about finishes it up for today. Remember, tomorrow we have our Zoom classes. Kids are going to be from 5 to 5:40. Adults are going to be from 5:50 to 6:30. We're going to be doing those every week. I've got some people coming. I got some guest instructors lined up to come train with us next month. What it sounds like right now is they're going to be coming into the regular classes to help critique with me, to help critique you guys, give you guys maybe a different perspective on how to work on your stuff. And then there's going to be an extra class afterward. Keep an eye out for the newsletter that should be coming out soon. That'll have the exact specifics on it as I finish figuring those out. This was the last week of the Focus Mat Challenge, so congratulations to our winners. And, you know, thanks for those of you guys who kept turning in entries even though you had already won, or, you know, even though you knew you had lost or whatever. You know, that shows a lot of class. So I really appreciate that you guys were doing that. Avatar Challenge Workout. So for the whole month of May, I'm going to be doing a specialty workout from a website called dareb.com. Now, if you guys remember my app that has the random workouts or that kind of stuff, these all come from the same site. They do a ton of stuff. It's all free. It's awesome. I picked one out a couple weeks ago that I wanted to do, and I got a couple people who said they were going to do it with us. But basically, it's a Avatar Challenge workout. So the workout, the way it's structured is it's 30 different workouts, and there's 9 or so exercises on each one, and you do them in sets. So it'll say like 30 seconds of this, 30 seconds of this, 30 seconds of this. You do all your exercises, or maybe 20 punch combos or something to that effect. You do the whole thing, and then you rest for a minute, and then you do it again. You rest for a minute, you do it again. And however many times you do the whole thing again is how many points you get. And it says it all at the top. Basically, what happens is you take those points, and on the last 2 pages, there's a guy one and a girl one. There's a little status bar set up for like strength, endurance, balance, whatever's on there. And you can fill in those little squares based on how many reps you did of your exercises. So for the whole month of May, I'm going to be doing those exercises, as many as I can, as best I can, and I'm going to be filling out that sheet, and at the end of every week, I'm going to be posting it up on Facebook so you guys can all see it. So I'm inviting you guys all to do the workout with me. It's free. I have it linked in the Dojo Expert thing, so you can download it right from there. It's just a PDF. It's 30 workouts. They're designed for no equipment and being a martial artist. So I really can't ask for more than that. So I hope you guys will jump in this challenge with me. It's going to be a lot of fun. With that, that's all I got. Keep an eye out for the newsletter. You guys did awesome today, keeping up with Kusanku. With that, that's all I've got. You guys are dismissed. Us!